Hello, well met friends! Landing here for another episode of Pelennor Fields. When we last left off, we had made our way to discover that the rider had made its way back, and that Theoden is on his way. And now we've made our way back to Krithos to do this other quest. I don't know why they ported us all the way over there just to have the normal quest be back here.
We all must do what we can, mustn't we?
The formalities of your introduction can be dealt with later. If Lamlor sends you, then you are surely a skilled champion. Some of the enemy has diverted from those who push towards Minas Tirith, and have traversed north into Far Annoyan. I was planning on scouting along Olundolo River for signs of the Rohirrim, but another matter has arisen. There are drumming sounds I keep hearing. They grow increasingly louder, and seem to have been coming from an area in Tar Dradan, north of the Greywood. Would you be willing to investigate the sound, and make sure that it is not an ambush? Sure, I'll investigate the sound, no problemo. Alright, and I am glad that these are 101 quests already, because we have been at level 100 for so long that you really should not be... these quests definitely should be level 101. Alright, so let's see here. It looks like that the drumming sounds are way over there, so we are not going to go that way. Instead, we are going to go back to the direction beyond the body. So I'm excited to see how everything wraps up. It is going to be... Oh, that was a rider in the bush. Alright. So there we go. There's the road. There's the beacon out in the distance. But I'm really interested to see how Pelennor Field is going to be depicted, because that is going to be absolutely amazing. Already they're preparing us for a ton of loss, and we've already had a lot of loss with 2 dead messengers. That is definitely a big deal. Definitely a very big deal. Alright, legendary items level up galore, my goodness. Alright. Need reforged, there we go. Okay, so we can now cross across this bridge, I hope. So here we go. Clearly it's an enemy controlled bridge. Alright. There's a ton of lag today. I've been able to go through this place on beta with no lag at all, so it's definitely not my settings. It is definitely the server. You should enter the wood to the southwest if you are to find Theoden. Okay. I don't know why we should enter that way, but sure. We're already being harassed by people. Okay. Let's go get this Warg Rider. That's embarrassing. Alright. So now good to go to the southwest. Old Annoyan. Far Annoyan. Make up your mind. Alright. What was that back there? Okay, that was a spider. Good to know. Strange tracks on the dirt floor of the wood bear further inspection. Oh my goodness, there's so many quest strings. You have never seen tracks of these before. Some figure walked here on 2 legs, but the grooves on either side cannot be explained. As you study the tracks and see they continue to the southwest, you hear the distant sound of drums emanating from deeper in the wood. Alright. So, I'm not going to spoil what this is, but I know what it is. Okay. And this forest is amazing, the way that the roots all work. It makes sense that it makes it very hard to go mounted, which makes sense in a forest. You have found more strange tracks and a tree that wants to kill you. They should bear further inspection. Level 102 already. Good gravy. Alright. Come on. This is needlessly... There we go. Okay, let's find these tracks. Those were not there, but you have to floating name, unfloating name to find these. As you study the strange tracks, you notice that you have gotten closer to the drumming. Though it is still distant, the tracks continue to the southwest. What creature has made these markings? And is it responsible for the drumming as well? From your experience in Moria, you know that this is probably a bad idea. They are walking in this huge line across. Do they just like pace every so often? I mean, that is really weird. Okay. Make our way on up here. I'm wanting to get a view over here. Oh, these actually have a floaty quest, so let's go ahead and do those. For auto bestowing. Spiders angered by invaders to the Duradine forest. Search for prey on the forest floor. You suspect many could fall victim to the traps laid by these creatures. These spiders should be dealt with quickly. Not to mention the crazy tree people. Okay. There we go. Wait, where are these tracks? Oh. That's because we're on defeat spiders. Let's actually remove that for now so that we can follow the other quest. There's a warband up here. It's a ways away though. But man, I love how realistic this forest looks. They did a great job with it. How far are we going anyway? A long way. Well, let's mount up then. Alright, I think we're going the right way. Just maybe. You have found even more strange tracks. And apparently a mountain lion. The drumming has become quite loud now, and you feel uneasy, as if you are being watched. You become aware of a strange creature watching you.
Do you walk with eyes closed in forest?
I see you long time before you see me. Do you walk with eyes closed in forest? No?
Why do you come to forest of wild men?
Apply, yep. And apply. That sound effect is so loud. Alright. There we go. Don't need. Hey, reputation with Riders Rohan. Wild men here long time before others. Our land our own. I am called Kor Buri Gan, son of Headman Gan Buri Gan. Who are you? Why do you come to the forest of wild men?
You are no friend of Gorgun.
You introduce yourself and say from where you have come. You are friend of stone house folk. Build walls long time since they see wild men. In danger now. You have welcome from Kor Burgan for time. If you prove false, you will not live long in forest. You have no friend of Gorgon. Tell Kor Burgan now.
Wild men hate Gorgun.
You decide that the word Gorgon can only mean orc folk, and you tell him that you hate Gorgon, and their presence on the road has driven you into the forest. Gorbugan knew this. Wild men hate Gorgon. Kill Gorgon wherever come into wood. What do you seek? If it oppose Gorgon, Gorburgan wants it done. Will help?
Wild men may know a way. Speak to Khan Buri Khan.
You tell him that the riders of Rohan have set forth from the kingdom to aid Gondor, but they will be slowed by orcs that have blocked the roads to Minas Tirith. You are unsure if anything can be done to clear the road in time, and tell him so. Wild men... Now he's Russian, apparently. Wild men know the way. Not Kolbarigan's place to say. Come to Dru Bruda. Speak to Gorbarigan. He will speak for wild men. Dru Bruda village to the west. Must go northwest through rocks, across water. Then back south. Hidden path. Look for narrow path climbing southwest. Gorbarigan, see you at front of village. Okay. Guess we can now go to their village. And pillage the village. Wait, what? Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, we are nearing both the introduction and the epic story, so that's good. Can't believe that we're still on the introduction quest. Alright. Whoa, lag. My goodness, server lag. Alright, that is cool. They're smiling. That is cool. That is really cool. Okay. Here we go. Maybe. It's a lot longer way back in here than I thought it was. Better set the milestone first. Definitely the Rivendell. Yeah, we'll do that one. I liked having the port to Rivendell, but can't use it forever. Alright. Here we go. I probably need a third milestone. And there's the drums. If we can make it up here, good grief. This is awesome. The entrance to Dru Bruda is flanked by great Pukelmen. You have found the hidden Wose village of Dru Bruda. The village inhabitants do not seem very convinced by your presence. That is really cool. Concerned, rather, by your presence.
Welcome to Village of Wild Men.
Welcome to Dru Bruda village of wild men. Cause no harm here. You will find a place of peace. I speak to Father Gar Burgan. Explore village, meet wild men, and learn our customs. I will see you here when done. Then bring to Headman. Alright, well I think that does do it for this episode. We found the Woses, which is super exciting, and we will be seeing what aid that they can bring us to help clear the path for the Rohirrim in the next episode. But till then, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of Pelennor Fields. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below, and if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.